It's been 1 year since the massive Lahaina wildfire, one of the deadliest in U.S. history, claiming more than 100 lives and destroying more than 2,200 structures. Well, today, the heartache remains across Maui as the recovery and cleanup efforts continue. Patrick Ching survived last year's deadly fire after helping members of his own community evacuate. He joins us now on this 1 year anniversary. Patrick, thank you for being with us. For people that may not be that familiar with your story, can you take us through a little bit of what it was like a year ago?
Pretty hectic. I'm actually sitting right in front of the gate that I cut open to get our whole neighborhood out. We were told to evacuate. The way we evacuated, we actually got trapped. The fire got in front of us. And all I could remember, there was a park and a gate that we could cut open, and that's all I could think about. I didn't even think about the neighbors. I just thought about getting my girls out and getting to my wife, who was on Front Street at the time. So I got the gate open. I got to save a whole town.
And this is,
I got to save.
Yeah, and this is body cam video that we're looking at that shows that happening in real time and some of your experience there as well. Yeah. And you're saying you're right there. I don't know how much you can show us based off of where the camera is, but can we see it behind you?
Let me see if I can get. So this is. So behind this dust fence is the house I was actually down with water.
Wow.
That is the gate I cut open.
Wow.
And now the only road that we can come in and out of to go into our neighborhood.
What's it feel like for you to be there in that spot a year later?
Every day I drive through it, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know whose screams it was, but it's hard because I hear the screams today in my head.
You still hear the screams, but there's so many people you were able to help. And you know, sometimes the way that these news stories work, everybody's so focused on it for a few days and then people move on. Is part of your message today, you all still need help?
We do. We need every help possible. People are living in tents. People are living in beaches. Families and kids are, they're camping at beaches because they don't know where to go. They're having a hard time with FEMA. They're having a hard time with other things. We're struggling right now, just making sure that my daughters have everything that they need. That's my two most important thing. Like, I sacrifice other payments to make sure my daughters have everything else.
Important priority. We want to bring into the conversation now your attorney, who is Rafi Kasabayan. And Rafi, can you talk about, from a legal perspective, what you're working on and where we're at now?
Sure. So I will tell you, I'm on the ground in Maui now, and today is a pretty heavy day here on the island. Right outside of my balcony, there are hundreds of people on Kaanapali Beach for a moment of silence, and they are about to lay flowers in the ocean. Today really is a day of peace. It's a day of healing and remembrance for the people of Lahaina. But tomorrow, we roll up our sleeves and we get back in the trenches and we pursue justice. We pursue justice for all the Patricks on Maui who have basically lost everything. People's lives have turned upside down, and a year has passed and there has been progress. But I will tell you, as Patrick said, there are people who are seriously struggling. So this unprecedented settlement that was reached last Friday for over $4 billion, I mean, it's unprecedented because it happened in just under 12 months, which really, for a case of this magnitude, is unheard of. But it's also unprecedented because it is an opportunity for the people of Maui to start rebuilding.
And when you talk about justice, is that what justice looks like, that $4 billion? Is that sort of, I mean, that's a huge number. Is that the end of this? Is there more to go on that?
Well, money can never replace life. There was over 100 people who lost their lives. There's people who are still unaccounted for. Money will never replace that. It'll never compensate it. But the point is that this is a path and a step, an important step towards peace and to rebuild the Lahaina community.
Well, Rafi is a partner at the Besdik Kasab Law Group, representing a number of the victims from that fire. Patrick, last word to you. What do you want everybody to know, to think about as we think about this fire 1 year later?
maybe 1 year later, but just don't forget, we're still here. We're struggling, but we're fighters. We're fighters. But we do need all the help that we can get from everybody. And with Rafi, he's been really awesome. He's really helping me and my family. So I'm grateful for that. But we're here.
I understand. It's such an emotional thing. Southern California is so tightly connected to Maui. So many people watching have been on Maui in the past and going to continue to go and support all of you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.